Hello, my 5th graders! This week we are finishing up our project that we started last week. If you remember, last week we were talking about the color wheel and we were talking about monochromatic. Do you remember what that means? If you guessed it's one color plus black and white, you are correct. You are paying attention. Yes, so our project is monochromatic and it is a landscape with a keyhole. So if you remember, you are looking out into, you're looking into a little tiny keyhole and seeing the landscape or person on the other side. It's up to you what color you want to do, and it's up to you on what you want on the other side of the door. You can also choose if you want a fancier keyhole plate. That's up to you. Let's get right into it. This is where we left off last week, just a pencil drawing. I'm going straight in with my orange watercolor. I am lighting it by using more water, and I'm darkening it by maybe doing more paint or adding black. This is another reminder, use whatever supplies you have. If you only have markers, use markers. If you only have markers and crayons, use those two things. In this project, I used markers, color pencils, crayons, watercolors, and Sharpies. I used whatever I had. And when you use monochromatic, it's very helpful when you have multiple media, so multiple ways to make it, because your colors will pop differently. So my space is pretty much a black. It's a dark orange that I added quite a bit of black watercolors to it. And there we are. I did use crayon under the watercolors as a sort of resist, so then those stars will pop out. I'm going back in, since it dried a little bit, and adding some more orange for some texture and definition on my Mars planet. Remember, what was on the other side of your keyhole is up to you. It definitely does not have to be a Mars. I would rather it not be. I'd rather it be something that you make and that shows your creativity. For the outside of my door, I'm using watercolors again, but with black and orange, and that creates a really nice brown color. So next time you're looking to make a brown, just use black and orange. For the key plate, I'm going to use colored pencil, and I'm using it lightly. A nice thing about colored pencil is you can get it to go light or dark. So I'm doing that whole key plate shape. And I'm also going to be using markers for the trim, the line on the outside of it. Once I have the trim done, I'm going to go back in with Sharpie to add definition. This is after my painting part has dried. And this makes parts pop out that I want to pop out, as well as gives the piece more contrast. So this is really sped up just to show you. And there we are, we're about done with this piece. I have my little squiggle lines on the inside, doing it super fast. And that's what I have. So this is very sped up. This is just to show you my other piece, what I did. And this was the blue one. I used watercolors again, as well as colored pencils and crayon. It's a good idea to layer different materials, so I did watercolors first, and then I went over with crayons, and then using Sharpie. And there we have it. We're about done with my second one. I can't wait to see yours. Woohoo, we are finished with our monochromatic keyhole landscapes, and I cannot wait to see yours. So make sure you take a photo of it and put it on our Google Classroom. That's how I know you did the work, and that's how I can pick for you to be on our gallery. Bye!